Okay, this is the first in a series of videos that I'm making, and this first one I'm looking at the equipment that I use. The amplifier that I use is Fender Deluxe Reverb 2 from 1984. These sort of low, sort of 20 watt output Fender amplifiers from the 70s and 80s are fantastic value for money. They're hand wired. They've got a great speaker, they've got the best reverb on the planet, they've got a great clean sound, and you can shop around, pick them up on eBay for well under sort of £400 or £500. I've had loads of them. I've had the 30, the 75, the Concert, the Deluxe Reverb, the Princeton Reverb, the Princeton Reverb 2. They're all good value, they all hold the price well, and they all sound fantastic. This one's 2-channel, it's got a clean channel and a overdriven channel. The overdrive's not bad on it, although I don't use it. I don't use the overdrive channel at all. I just use the clean channel and control any overdrive I use with the use of the pedals. Right, if we look at the pedal board, this is a Boss BCB 60 pedal board. It's been modified slightly because the Boss BCB 60 is designed to take 6 pedals, and I've got 8 pedals in here. To start with, I've got the tuner. It's the Boss TU12H tuner. It's bright enough on stage. You can see the tuning needle, and you can see the little red quarters segments light up. I find no problem with it. There are other tuners, but that one fits into that slot quite nicely and doesn't take up a place on your board. First in my signal path after the tuner is a Crybaby wah-wah pedal, just a basic wah-wah, nothing fancy. Had it for years, does the job, keeps working, no problem at all. Next to that, I've got my compressor, very underrated piece of equipment to compress, particularly if you're playing guitars with low output pickups like Telecasters and Strats like I do. This is the Boss CS3 compressor sustainer pedal. Next to that, I've got it going through 2 overdrives. I've got an Ibanez TS9DX, which is the newest version of the Tube Screamer, I think. It's got 4 different settings, so you can make it sound like a TS808 or a TS9, depending on how much overdrive and gain you want on it. And next to that, I've got the Aston Electronics Smooth Blues Driver. This is a pedal made by Jeff Pugh up at Aston Electronics. It's basically a clone of a Zen Drive. I tend to use the Smooth Blues Driver with Telecasters. It gives a more wiry, muscly sort of sound, whereas the Tube Screamer I tend to use with Strats, although no hard and fast rule on either of those. In this slot here, I've got a Boss Turbo Distortion for those heavy rock moments, although I tend not to use that very much these days, and most of the time I take it out and put a BF2 flanger, the Boss BF2 flanger in there. Next to that, I've got the Chorus Ensemble for those 80s moments. And at the end, I've got one of the best pedals around. It's the Boss Digital Reverb Delay, the RV3. This is a great pedal. It does reverb or delay or both together. I've got it set for a single slapback delay at the moment because I tend to do a lot of country stuff. But if you've got an amp with no reverb in, such as a lot of Marshalls that I've had in the past, you can flip the reverb on, and it's a very good reverb. And it is a very useful pedal to cart around with you because you've got the delay and the reverb or both. Okay, so that's the whole of my pedal board and my amplifier. None of this was bought new. None of those pedals, the tuner, the board, or the amplifier was bought new, and probably that whole lot together would probably set me back about £750, £800. So that's my my amp and board.